Savvy Social Pro, and I'm here with the fabulous authors of the Cinderella Monologues second edition. These are brand new stories of inspiring women who are finding courage and success. And, we are just so excited to have the second edition available. And thank you all for coming to support your fellow authors. So we are loving this entire Zoom gallery. It's so exciting. And Mila, I'd love to introduce you. Just, how did you come up with this title of the Cinderella Monologues, and what made you want to do a second edition?
Well, well, it all started with my famous grandmother with this book that was her memoir, From Cowgirl to Congress, because she grew up in a terrible childhood with everything, incest and murder, and on a Colorado cattle ranch. And a teacher saw how brilliant she was. She killed herself getting good grades because that's what she could do while she did all the housework for the ranch hands and the family. And so a teacher saw how brilliant she was and got her to Smith College on the East Coast. And she never looked back. I mean, I went home to visit a few times, but she let's see. And she came to the East Coast. Can everybody mute themselves, please? Thank you. She came to, who is talking? Hi, Deborah. She came to the East Coast to Smith College, and she must have had a star above her head because she put together for her first job. Can you imagine this? The Pulitzer School of Journalism, her and one professor at Columbia. Then she set the first women's minimum wage from $4 a week to $8 a week, if you can imagine that. Got children out of the factories at the same time. And then she went to DC and became the first woman lobbyist. And she worked with Alice Paul and Carrie Chapman Catt. And later she became George Bernard Shaw's speaking partner all over London. And then she taught Eleanor Roosevelt public speaking along with thousands of women. And then in her late 90s, she took me along while she spoke with Gloria Steinem, Marla Thomas, and Jane Fonda all the time. So I hung out with those guys. I didn't appreciate it then, but I did. Anyway, so she was the real Cinderella, the real impetus and background of doing the Cinderella monologues. And I was writing my own memoir, and I thought I'll call it the Cinderella monologues because I was a real Cinderella too. I didn't have a lot of abuse in my family, but I had to do, since age 10, 4 hours of housework a day. And my brother only had to do a half hour. My mom didn't believe he working inside the house. So he did the lawnmower and a little tiny lawn and take out the trash half hour a week. It ruined him. He died in the street later because we grew up in gangland in LA. I know I don't look like a person who grew up in gangland, but I did. I walked through unscathed because I was so innocent and kind of dorky, and that's how I was. So anyway, so I did all the housework. So I was writing my book, and then suddenly I realized I wrote a beautiful musical called Ella Cinderella. And this woman wrote me an email after. She said, I cried all the way through. I made it kind of funny, but kind of poignant too, like Cinderella Ever After, Cinderella with a bite. And so she said, I had all that happen to me and my family. My father married a stepmother, and the stepsisters came, and I did all the work. And then he died, and she married an abusive man. And she went through this whole story. And I went, wow, it can't just be my story, the Cinderella monologues. It has to be a lot of women's stories. So I renamed my book that's not published yet, Cinderella Interrupted, if any of you can get the meaning of that. And so then I thought, I'm going to go find other women who want to tell their stories, and we're going to inspire the world. So that's how I came up with, where's the first book? You got it in your hand? Here it is. So that's how I came up with this book, and we had, 22 people write in this book, and there's one of them right there, Danny. Hi, Danny. And quite a few people. So, and then I thought we should keep going. So now we just published the Cinderella Monologues, the second edition. And boy, you'll be a little shocked if my Cinderella Interrupted ever comes out. It's a tell-all. Oh my God. Growing up in that rough neighborhood, I should have never been there, but my mother didn't know. She was a single mom teaching 45 minutes away. She'd leave at 5 a.m. and then she could be so tired because she was always sick. She'd go to bed at 5, so she never knew anything that was going on, my poor mother. Anyway, so that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you. Thank you, Mila. And, we had such incredible success with the first edition, climbing the charts of women's biographies. That was one of our top categories on Amazon. And there are so many people that felt like they missed out. So they wanted to be in the follow-up second edition. So here we are. So we're back by popular demand. So thank you again. Congratulations to all the amazing Cinderella authors. And we're going to go and play just a quick icebreaker game. I know there's a lot of people here coming from all over. And so please let us know where you're coming from. Put in the chat. We'd love to give you a big shout out. And our icebreaker game is grab something that's on your desk right now. Whatever's next to you, just grab it and hold it up high. So let's see what everyone has. Yay, awesome. Very cool. I love it. Duncan's, yep. I love it, Rhonda. Very, very cool. Excellent. I wanted to show you this because this is a grit pin. Let me see if I can make myself on speaker view. But so this pin, oops. So here I am. There it is. So this is a grit pin. And I just love this word grit because I really feel that for all the Cinderellas, past and present here, they have this indomitable spirit, right? And just the courage to tell your story. And so many of us before we were writing this anthology may not have felt like we were writers. Like, what's our story? Like, we don't have a story to tell. But I guarantee you, when you work with Mila, when you're one-on-one with her, when you're in the writing classes together, she makes you feel like a writer. She just has this natural way of pulling the story out of you. So congratulations, you're all now published authors. So but it takes a lot of grit to go through 12 weeks of classes and editing and formatting and designing the book. And here we are. So you should be very proud of yourself. And this is the first launch of many because we like to do the paperback first. So you guys can have it in your hand. And then you know what? Buy two because you want to keep one for yourself and give one to a friend, so give the gift of reading this holiday season. And then stay tuned because we'll have amazing launches for the ebook and hardcover as well too. So let's start with Jackie Bailey. So Jackie, you have 2 minutes on the floor. Just tell us a little bit about your chapter and what you hope people to get out of it.
Hi, everybody. It is so awesome to be here. I got my exciting colors going on today. I am Jackie Bailey, and I am a contributing author of the Cinderella Monologues, second edition. My chapter is titled Happily Even After, and it consists of my story of being silenced as a child through abuse that went on chronically through my childhood, and how I eventually had to use my voice to break the silence to save the life of another child who was about to be abused. And I realized that my voice was actually my superpower and that I was worthy of being heard and that my words could actually save someone. They could change a life. They actually healed my life as I continued to speak more and more and share my story and share the lessons learned. And so today I talk to women and men, trauma survivors, and even children to let them know that their voice, not just their physical, mechanical ability to speak, but the message they have in their heart is their superpower, and that the world needs to hear it, and that on the proper stage and the proper time, people will be inspired by the stories that you have to share. So I'm very excited to be one of the authors sharing my story in this book in just another way. It's a non-verbal way to share my story as the other authors are doing, and I'm very honored to be part of it.
Yay, wonderful. And a wonderful story. Thank you.
So I love it. Like when we've had our, meetings leading up to this launch, Jackie would say, I didn't have a fairy tale, I have a scary tale. So you want to read her chapter to find out what she means by that. So indeed, love it, love it. Okay, Linda will be up next. And so Mila, if you can help me with that, getting Linda ready. But in the meantime, we'll go to Christy Gurley. Christy, please.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christy Gurley, and I'm happy to be in this book. I am a person who has something called synesthesia, and what that is a neurological trait where we have input to our sensory system, and then we have it come out in different ways. So, for example, when I hear music, I see things in colors. When I hear people talking, I taste words, I taste colors. There's just all kinds of cool things. So I couldn't believe that as an adult, I found out about this for the very first time. And I think that it's something that kids can learn when they're young, and their families and teachers can find out about it, and they can find out about their different learning styles, and then maybe go into a really neat career. Synesthetes, because of our different abilities, we're able to do things like create different spirits or wines for different companies, or create different colors for makeup companies. So it's something that's really neat to have, and whether you decide to use it or not, it's something that's interesting to know about. So I started writing children's books so people can learn at a very young age. So this is my children's book here. It's called Soraya's Superpower. Mila's got a copy too. And this is the first one. It's sort of an autobiography, but what I'm going to do is have little kids from all over the world talk about their different kinds of synesthesia. And so that's my goal right now. And I'm also very happy to be in this book. I'm chapter 2.
Her story is amazing. And I sent the book to 2 children I know. And a mother read it to them, and afterwards they both started crying. And they said, "Mommy, why can't we have those superpowers and be superheroes?" So I think that Christy is thinking about selling it as a superpower, which I think is so amazing, Christy.
Thanks. I'm really, really pleased to be able to share this with people. And hopefully I'm going to get it into the educational system, so teachers and parents and grandparents will know. I think it's such a nice, unique thing. But the thing is that if you've had it your whole life, you generally don't know that other people don't. So believe me, I was very shocked to find out that you guys don't see colors or, taste colors. And, purple is not this haughty, velvety kind of thing. So I'm learning along with all of you, believe me.
And stick around, because Christy is going to be giving away a copy of that book. And, here in Jacksonville, we just installed at my workplace a free little library. So I definitely want an order a copy to put in this free little library for the kids at the clinic. So thank you, Christy.
Great.
Awesome. All right. And Mila, do we have Linda's info ready?
Yes, let me go make sure I have it ready. And then, yes.
Okay.
Oh, I need to share the screen is the only thing.
I think you're able to share the screen.
Okay. This is a picture of Linda because she's on her phone. And here she comes.
And Linda, if you can come off mute, we'd love to give you the floor.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
You can hear me, right?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Hi, Mila, and hi, Olivia. Thank you for hosting this. This is fantastic. I hope lots of people are coming in. I've been sharing it with emails and Facebook posts everywhere. I might have been out there a little bit too much, who knows? But thanks for Facebook to get it out all over the world. I have a chapter in the book, and it's the last chapter, so you guys can just go to the back. And it's called An Angel Awakening. I talk about my adventures through being in the business world and owning a very large marketing firm and helping other businesses. And then after a certain time, getting nudged by my angels to go into a different branch of being in business. And I started a business called Spiritual Discovery. I have a center and spiritual marketing. So I've been doing that for over 20 years, and I want to help people step into spiritual living. And I found that the angels were the easiest way, because in the Bible, there's like 350 mentions of angels, all different religions and cultures believe in angels, have different names for them, but believe in them. And believe it or not, everybody, 80 to 85% of people around the world believe in angels. So that's what my chapter is about, how I got my awakening and how I'd like to help other people awaken to their angels. And I use a quote at the beginning of my chapter. It's called, "Anything can be overcome with the help of the angels." So what I did, I worked something out with Mila and put a reference guide in the back of the book after my chapter that gives you all the meanings of angel numbers. That's the easiest way to start listening to your angels, communicating with them. And angel numbers have become very popular. I'm a numerologist, and the angel numbers are tied to that. So I go over all the primary numbers, 0 through 9. And when you look at the guide, you can start paying attention to the numbers you're seeing, and then you can figure out with their little dictionary here what the numbers mean. So I'm very excited about that. I say in my chapter, angels nudge, and they create motion in your life. So these little nudges from the angel numbers, you have to pay attention when they come. So that's what I've contributed to the book, and I'm really excited. The reference guide is something from my own book, my Angel Whisperer Guidebook, because I have a program at my center to help people communicate with their angels and their guides and get help from another dimension. It's always there, and we always can get the help. We just have to ask for it. Thank you for letting me go over all that. And I am donating 2 consultations with me. I call it my Dial Into Your Angels. And it's one-on-one with me, and that's worth like $250. And also you get my little bonus, my angel wing tips. So if your name is on that wheel, if you're here live, you'll get a chance to win one of those. Thanks so much, you guys.
Oh my gosh, Linda, that is super generous. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, we're gonna call one more author, and then we'll get ready to do our first spin on the Wheel of Themes. And so you could be one of those lucky consultations with Linda. And to your point, Linda, I mean, I love that you promote on Facebook. I mean, promote as much as you can. One of Linda's favorite saying is that don't be the best kept secret. So get out there, promote your stories, and being together in an anthology project like this, we don't have to do it alone. I mean, all it takes is you contributing a chapter, 1,500 words to 2,000 words, and you do it collectively in a group, a supportive group. Mila and Mariah and myself, we hold your hand, we guide you through it. And so it is the first stepping stone to helping you promote yourself, and the world needs to hear your story. So thank you, Linda, for all your constant encouragement. Let's bring up Deborah J. Hollick next, and then we're going to do our first spin. Deborah.
Hi, everyone. So nice to be here. And thank you to all of you who are spending time with us today. I'm so excited. I got my copy of Cinderella Monologues, and I'm very proud to say that I'm also in the first edition, which became a bestseller and has been in the top categories for quite some time. And I'm known as a Smash Through Mentor, or becoming more known as a Smash Through Mentor. So I really like to help people get through things. And my chapter is about being bullied at work. And I in my own book that I'm writing called The Bully Lives Within is a little more personal, but this bully business at work and people just thinking that they can just be okay with, bossing other people around and bullying them is just not something I thought I was ever going to experience, but I did. And so that's what my chapter is about. And there's a little bit of humor in it. I think some of it you'll find pretty spunky, and I hope you find it extremely interesting. I want to say thank you so much to Olivia and Mila and all of the other writers and authors that I've come to know throughout my writing. I'm now a 6-time #1 international best-selling author. And after today, I'm hoping to be able to say I'm #7. So please start getting those orders in and helping us build those algorithms. And you might as well do your Christmas shopping while you're here. Why not, right? So Mila, I want to say that Mila is just such a wonderful teacher and inspiration, as is Olivia. I'm proud to say that both of them and many of the other authors are in my book that I compiled with 15 or 14 other authors that it is called Live Life and Wow. And WOW is an acronym for wonder, openness, and wisdom. And believe me, the people in this book are very wise and have shared very humbly and carefully their stories that are just a huge inspiration. And I quickly want to say that as my friend's mother is 96 years old, and she just read Live Life and Wow cover to cover. She didn't miss anything, and she enjoyed every moment of it. So books, Cinderella Monologues, it's going to have the same effect. I can hardly wait for her to read it because I've already sent her a copy, and I know it's just going to give her some joy. So if you're looking for gifts for the person that you just don't know what to buy them, please buy them Cinderella Monologues, or I'll shamelessly promote Live Life and Wow, or both. What the heck? So thank you all for being here. I hope you have fun and good luck with those prizes.
Awesome, Deborah. Thank you. And that was so much fun to do the Live Life and Wow book. And soon to come, we're going to have, conferences and events planned around that book. And so the book just takes on a life of its own. It's never just on the shelf. And so we are super excited. And we can't wait for many of these authors to kind of do your own local promotions, right? With your local libraries or your bookstores, etc. So really do try to encourage that. We may be doing an ebook collaboration online, but there's still more you can do and bringing it to people around you. All right.
And
So
Olivia,
yes.
one more thing. I'm going to give away 2 copies of Live Life and Wow today.
Woohoo!
So I hope good luck. I hope someone who receives it will just enjoy it as much as we did putting it together.
Wonderful. Thank you, Deborah. Super, super, super generous of you. Oh, and we've already got a request. Can you post a link for the Live Life and Wow book? So Deborah, there you go. Excellent. Thank you so much for your audience participation. So we'll do Q&A too at the end. So if you want to ask a question of the authors, please feel free to put that in and we'll try to keep up with that as well too. I just want to give a shout out to Helen Snell, who's watching live on Facebook. And she was saying, oh my, I was just reading the story last night from volume 1 and she was blown away. So she can't imagine what volume 2 stories will be like. So thank you, Helen. Just wanted to give you that shout out. And now, Irma, do you have the wheel of names ready to go?
Can I ask a question really quick? My electricity went out downtown. We're having problems in the area. And did Denise already talk?
Not yet. She'll be next after the wheel of names.
Okay, I want to make sure. Okay, because I want to say something about that. Okay.
Okay. All right, Irma, let's share the screen.
Yes. Hello, everyone. If you could just quickly go on the list and see if your name is there. If I missed anyone, I apologize and let me know and I will add your name. And I am going to show the screen now.
And don't put me on.
I didn't. All right. Tell me if you see your name on the list here. I'm going to slowly slide it down. It's alphabetical for the moment. I'm going to shuffle it now. Is everyone happy?
Everyone
okay?
Use my name too, Irma.
No.
Oh, and we just have Blake Nash. Blake Nash just entered the room, so let's add him in there.
Okay.
This one. I love the Wheel of
Right.
Beans.
So our first prize that we're going to spin for will be, let's go with Christy's book. So Christy, you want to hold up your book again? Let's spin the wheel for that book.
All right, I'm going to shuffle first.
Yes, so we know it's fair. Let's
And
shuffle.
everyone okay? Are you ready?
We are
And here
ready.
we go. Ooh, we have a winner. Serena.
Awesome. Congratulations, Rena.
Alrighty then. Thank you.
Rena, I'm so glad you got it because I know you have synesthesia too.
And you know what? It's really appropriate, even though mine is not nearly as all encompassing as yours. My brother, who is on this call, thank you, Dean, so much, means so much to me. We were talking this summer when I went to visit him and his wife and his in-laws on the horse farm on which they live and work, and I didn't know what it was until I started working with all of you. Mine is very specific to music and verbal cues and words and patterns. I don't smell color or anything. I wish, but what you're doing is so fantastic. So this is amazing, and I figured out more about myself working with all of you. So wow, this is kind of spookily appropriate. Thank you.
That's so great. I'm so
Awesome.
happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I think Linda would say the angels are with us, right? Angels are guiding.
And it's funny too, because even though I've never been a religious person, I do understand and respect people who have that kind of faith, but I also have my own kind of faith. And one of the songs on the playlist I made from my own chapter is a Rick Astley song called Angels on My Side. Can you see him? Can you see him? There's just so much of the things that I chose that mesh with all of this. It's just fantastic. So please do carry on.
Awesome, awesome. All right. Our second prize will be the Live Life in Wow book. So let's spin for that.
All righty, I'm going to share my screen once again. I'm going to shuffle this again first, just, to be fair. And here we go.
No way. That was who wanted the link in the chat.
Exactly. And I just put it in. Congratulations. That's so exciting. You'll have to send the information to Olivia so that I can get that book to you.
Yes. Oh, message us, Irma and myself, so we can always make sure we cross-check and get it to you correctly. Wonderful. Awesome. All right. And so Linda had just graciously offered her angel consultation. So she's giving away 2 of those. So let's give the first one away right now. So take it away, Irma. Spin that wheel. This is the angel consultation with Linda.
Shuffle again the name. And here we go.
Can't see it, Irma.
Oh, Mom's. So sorry. When I shuffled, it's Pat Anderson. I'm sorry.
Anderson, congratulations. Woohoo! Enjoy that. That's going to be so much fun to sit down with Linda. And the bonus reference guide is an amazing resource. I mean, I love it. I love that we have that included in the second edition. My chapter is chapter 11, and I had to immediately look up the meaning of that, and it was just so appropriate. All right, and let's give the first Amazon gift card, and then we'll move on to more Meet the Author. So Emila is graciously giving out a $25 Amazon gift card. So let's spin for that.
I will make sure to share. And I'm sharing. I'm shuffling the names. And we're spinning the wheel.
That's a whole lot of names on there.
Ooh.
Mark Anthony, woo, congratulations. Wow, Thank you. See what happens when you join a fun book launch, you get to win prizes. So we just are so appreciative of you being here. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Congratulations to our first round of winners.
Who is that went last winner?
Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
Mark Anthony. So please just message us your information in the chat so we can make sure we get that to you. Oh, is Mark Anthony here?
Oh, he's there, Mark Anthony Masters.
Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, perfect. Awesome, awesome. All right. So one of our authors, Sammy Toronto, is not able to be here, but we have Denise. So I'd love to invite Denise to say a few words about on behalf of Sammy. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Denise. Yeah, my friend Sammy, she works in journalism and she's writing a book that is a memoir, but it's also a cookbook. And I'm her illustrator. And, you know, each one of her recipes has to do with inspiration from different TV shows and movies. And we figured out a way to incorporate, you know, cooking and cooking and also pop culture together. And it's a really, really fun read. And the recipes are really simple and easy to understand, and they're really fun. And we think people will really enjoy it.
Yes, and I want to say one thing about that is that Sammy's in the book and she's talking about how her and Italian family, her grandmothers and her mother, and they would all cook together. And so we have two amazing cooking stories in the book, and Sammy's is in there, but I wanted her and Denise to come on to see how a book launch could be run also besides Sammy being in the book, because we'll be launching their book soon, hopefully. And what's the name of the book again? I was trying to look it up just now, Denise.
Taste of TV.
Yes, because you know she interviews the Golden Girls, and she was an intern with Geraldo, and she does Dancing with the Stars, and quite a few other ones. And she's really an amazing person. And the cookbook has some really fun, different kind of recipes. Eat a drink. So that's something that Mariah and I do. We put books together for people, and besides, you know, the anthologies we're doing, we've done 4 anthologies with us. Then we did Dr. L's book, and then we did this book with the Garden Goddesses, Susan, who's also in the book, telling her story. And this is really a wonderful book. We just put out, last month, the recipes for the Garden Goddesses. So I'm really excited about this. And thanks, Denise, for sharing your friendship with Sammy that you've had all these years. That's so great. Amazing. If I can find it, I'll post it. I'll put a little share screen up of the cover. It's beautiful. I'm trying to find it right now. Anyway, thanks.
Sammy is here. So Sammy just joined our Zoom. She's currently traveling in the car and, you know, won't be able to come on and speak, but she is here with us. And so I think that's incredible. It's perfect timing, Sammy, that you came on at the moment that Denise was speaking. And so we're so excited for you and Denise, and the cookbook will also be launching soon. And, you know, I want to encourage all of you, start with anthology, write a chapter. And then so many of you have expanded into your own book compilations from that collaboration. I mean, Deborah went off and kind of did her own book compilation with Live, Life, and Wow. And now Sammy and Denise are like branching off from the chapter and doing the cookbook. So it's really incredible, the progression that you can take with publishing. So you start with where you are, start small, and then just really hope that this launch will inspire you to join us for our next anthology project as a stepping stone into perhaps your own projects. And this is, oh my gosh, I love it. Illustrations came out beautiful, Denise. Like, I think that's so unique for a cookbook. It's not just photos, but, you know, hand-drawn illustrations.
And all the animals are Sammy's animals that she lives with. And actually, Denise does a back cover. I just can't find it right now. A little back cover that goes around the back, and it has another dog in it. And she's going to talk about all the animals, like on one of the dedication pages. What I'm thinking at this point, Sammy and Denise will talk about that. But I just want to show you Denise's artwork. Oh my gosh, it's good. I'm just crazy about it. Look, she has a microphone in one hand and a spatula in the other. Okay, I just have to share that.
Perfect. We also have another live participant watching from Facebook, Tammy Rader. Tammy was in our first edition of Cinderella Monologues, so just want to give her a shout out. She says here, "Hi everyone, I can't wait to get to this edition of the Cinderella Monologues. I had the pleasure of being the first one and the stories were incredible. Looking forward to this book and congrats on the launch." So thank you very much, Tammy. Thank you, thank you. I would love to bring up Danny because Danny was also in the first edition and, she wrote about Cinderella's sneakers. So it was a play on words. Instead of a slipper, it was, what if Cinderella had running sneakers? So I love that. Danny, come on in and just say a few words. Yes.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to be here to support everybody today. Cinderella first edition was wonderful. I first met, Olivia and Irma and Mila on a Heart Song Summit a while back, and Mila was doing a promotional scholarship for writing for Cinderella Monologues, and I was very blessed and fortunate to be a part of that process. And the ironic thing for me is I ended up writing about the one thing I thought I never would. And I don't know if that is indicative to other people that may have shared that experience. But for me, it was the trials and tribulations of being a teenage mom in the 80s. It was not fun. I mean, we had more resources in the 80s than what we did, 30 plus years even before that, but it still wasn't enough. And what I have to say about this experience, and thank you to Mila and Olivia and Irma for helping me to be a part of the process at the time, starting from the summit to now, and especially being a part of the Cinderella Monologues, is thank you for giving me the opportunity to have the cathartic experience that I needed to have. I didn't realize it at the time, and I wanted to share that with you so that you would all know that my story compared to many of the stories in the first edition, and I will definitely be buying the second edition and supporting you all for sure, absolutely, and sharing that. But my story compared to some of the others was kind of short. And the reason why it was short is because sometimes it's difficult to write about the pain, but through that pain was an opportunity to get through to the other side. And so that was my journey and all. And I just wanted to say thank you. And I wish you all the very best of luck. And I am super happy to support all of our Cinderellas. And I wish you the very best for 2024 coming up.
Oh, beautiful, Danny. Thank you.
Awesome story. I loved her play on words with the Cinderella sneakers, how she ran away from a bad situation. It's a really good story.
I ran like hell, Mila. Ran.
I don't.
Yes.
I think that's what's so special too about being part of an anthology is the camaraderie that you get amongst the other authors. Like Rena was saying, like getting to know each other's stories. I mean, we're coming in and we just get this glimpse of a chapter, and then to be able to just meet on Zoom and collaborate as the book unfolded is really special. And as you can see, we have such amazing continuation from the previous first edition authors, and even now, watching and supporting and just helping us, spread the stories. And I just love that. I love that fact that we can have this meaningful interaction from writing a book and build that camaraderie. Susan, if you're available to be on, I'd love to feature you because you published that beautiful cookbook, and I know that's one of the prizes that will be given away too. So Susan, you have the floor.
There she is. Unmute. Unmute, Susan. You have to unmute.
Yes. Let me hear. Let me
unmute.
You get that? Yeah, my phone wasn't behaving. Hi, everyone. My name's Susan Govea, and I'm the founder of the Society of Garden Goddesses. And I recently collaborated with Mila and a bunch of other authors to create recipes for the Garden Goddesses for health, beauty, and cuisine. What is that sound?
We can't hear it.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So my story is about what happened after going through 2 divorces and feeling a little lost and trying to figure out how to build a new tribe, a new community. And I realized when I first got married, I just kind of fell into the role of doing what everybody else wanted me to be and do. And it wasn't I was not living my true authentic self. So when I made that decision to be my more authentic self, I gained a lot of new friends and I lost a lot of friends. And so that was just a big transition in my my life. And so I talk about how to build community and create a tribe. And that's when I founded the group, the Society of Garden Goddesses, almost 15 years ago. And then after 15 years of having amazing potlucks and sharing meals together, I got everybody together to create this recipe book that shares about our family recipes, potluck, what do you call it? Crowd-pleasing potluck meals. And then we give tips on health and beauty, natural health and beauty recipes. And those have been amazing. I mean, what my sister writes about this rosemary hair oil, and it has like improved the texture of our hair because we've used to bleach our hair over the years, and it just like transformed our hair. And my friend writes about health remedies and staying healthy through cold and flu season. And that's the cover, and then contributing authors on the back. It's so much fun collaborating like this. And thank you, Mila, for the opportunity to put this together.
Oh, thank you. And I've been a part of the Garden Goddesses for 12 years. And the reason we thought of this was because we've been having these potlucks. And she has me come teach these wonderful writing little sessions at her house too, like for a day or a weekend. And you know what she does? She cooks us a gourmet meal every time. We eat. In fact, okay, I'm going to admit something, and I'm sorry about this. I mean, I'm already an organic farmer, and I love all the little lessons we have, but I come for the food.
That is my passion. I love cooking for people and writing recipes.
She'll cook all day. She doesn't mind. And she works really hard at it. And then she serves us like a little breakfast when we come in, like these little heart quiches. And then we write. And then we have this beautiful gourmet lunch with like, I don't know, 10, 20 things. But whenever we have our potlucks, we all bring good things. And so we thought, wow, we should have a recipe book with all the people who have been bringing stuff to the potlucks all these years. And she here's one more thing she did. I want to tell you guys a story about Susan, if you don't mind, Susan. But Susan, went through a divorce, and then she wanted to make some money. And she's one of these people who's very resourceful, and she doesn't have this big ego, but she can really draw people into her. Like, we love her. And so she said, what do I have that I could make money from? Now, you guys take this lesson. She said, I have this home, and it's kind of a little far out, but we all go to her. It has a big, long living room, and it's sort of an older home. And but it's just beautifully done because we had 100 people for the in-person lunch on her back deck, which is big and beautiful. So that's like another whole house, right? And then underneath she has another whole set of rooms and everything, and she started an Airbnb. So she took what she had and she made this huge business and thing out of it. Not huge, but enough to like keep her home and all that good stuff. And I'm so impressed with her. At one time, I don't know how many you have now, but she had 850 members in the Garden Goddesses, me being one. And I'm just so impressed with everything you've ever done, Susan. And I want people to take that lesson that we can make our life out of what we have. We don't have to have a rich uncle or anything. That's the lesson.
Thank you so much. Gosh. So do I announce like what I'm giving away now?
Oh wait, that's up to Olivia.
Oh, okay.
You can announce it because we're coming up with the next spin the wheel, and that would be one of the prizes. So yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to show the inside of this beautiful book because it's all color. So all color photos. So I'll be giving away one of the Garden Goddess books, recipes from the Garden Goddesses for cuisine, health, and beauty. And I also wanted to give away a night. I have this beautiful, cute little tree house called the Love Shack, and people stay in it. Couples, people do personal retreats, but I wanted to give a one-night stay at the Love Shack in Grass Valley and a catered meal for two on my beautiful balcony, or I can deliver it to the room. So.
Oh my goodness. I wish I was in California for that.
Oh, yeah. It's worth the trip. You learn a lot of stuff on my farm.
Oh, that's beautiful. The Love Shack. What an incredible, incredible prize. So we'll have to save that for the end. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Susan.
Yeah.
And I will say I have a copy of the recipe book, and what I absolutely love is that the anecdotes, right? So each recipe starts off a little story, and then it's not just recipes, but tips. So tips for healthcare and beauty. And so really is very comprehensive. You know, you too can be a garden goddess. So thank you. Thank you, Susan.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Excellent, excellent. All right. So let's hear from Carla Hill, and then we'll do our second round of prizes. So Carla, come on down.
Thank you so much, Olivia. Been doing a great job. Love it. Thank you. Again, my name is Carla Hill. I'm a first generation New Yorker, now living in Philadelphia. I'm the owner and principal consultant for GPS Career and Business Strategies. I help business owners and individuals transform their organizations and careers using HR and career planning strategies. I leverage my 30 plus years of HR leadership experience, education, and certifications to clarify your interests and refine your skill set in order to maximize your potential and accomplish your economic goals. I also partner with my husband in providing customized real estate services as licensed realtors, investors, mortgage professionals via our firm GPS Real Estate Solutions. We have connected clients to millions of dollars in resources in the form of education, real estate income, and connections. The title of my chapter in Cinderella Monologues is The Journey to Maximizing Your True Career Potential. I'm sharing my story all from my very first job where I worked in the Wall Street district, along the way becoming HR director, 34 years in HR, over 100 people, either directly or through subordinate supervisors, and now transitioning to a full-time business owner where, you know, basically in the words of one of my mentors, Bob Snyder, is your passion is your life's purpose, seeking outward expression. And I want to help people do that. And along the way, you know, it's like a rising tide lifts all boats. And one of my other favorite quotes is from a Kenyan proverb that if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go with others. So again, thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Mila, just in terms of creating this space for me to share my story and to help others.
Yes, and you know, I love your story because she says things like embrace work, get into it. And I'm seeing a lot of young people not wanting to work. And so I've been telling them, you guys love working because it makes life fun. It makes it like a puzzle. And I love that you really embrace that.
Thank you. It's using your personality, your interests, your skills, your values, assessing that first. And then what we talk about in business is where our strongest asset. So a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are those weaknesses? What are the opportunities and the threats? We're going to work, right? So we want to make the most of that. And if I can help someone do that, that's part of my mission. So again, thank you for this space.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And you know, it's so funny because we, you know, didn't always meet at the same time. And I was amazed by the work stories that came out and almost just by accident. So, you know, Deborah wrote about, you know, being bullied in the workplace and how you navigate that. And we have another author that's not here today with us, but Gina Vanderham. And she's very special because she talks about addictions in the workplace. And it's a very sensitive matter, but it needs to be told and it needs to be addressed. And our leaders and corporations and offices need to have particular training, right? To help with that. So, you know, she wrote about, you know, a workplace theme. And then you've got Carla here, amazing HR background. And I love that, you know, she can embrace both a career and entrepreneurship. It's not you have to be one or the other. Like she's, she allowed me to see like you can be both. And there's entrepreneurship qualities that you can bring into the workplace and vice versa. And for me, that's where I was kind of like straddling my own self. And, just to hear her perspective is really refreshing. And you had a big impact on how I wrote my chapter too, about, and exploring work and bringing my own strengths and givenesses, strengths and, abilities to the work that I'm doing. So thank you, Carla. I think it's going to be an amazing read to combat everything that's going on today about quiet quitting and all that too. So very
much.
cool. Very, very cool. Excellent. So Irma, are we ready? Oh, balloons. I love it, Denise. You're releasing balloons. I don't know how those balloons came to be, but we just saw them. So cool. You never know what's going to happen on Zoom. So Irma, with the balloon release, let's have our second wheel of prizes. Yay. And I saw a couple new people coming in. So thank you all for joining. You just made it. We're going to spin. Let's give away Susan's book. So Susan is offering the recipes from the Garden Goddess. So spin for that.
All right. Before we do that, I added the new names. Those of you who have not won prizes, please go through the list. Tell me if you see your name. It's alphabetical order.
Good idea.
So I'm going to slide down a little bit. If your name is not there, let me know if I missed you coming in. All right. No one says anything. I'm going to shuffle and we are going to spin. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kathy Montoya.
Yeah.
Yay, Kathy, congratulations. We'll be hearing from her very soon, so stick around. She has an amazing story in the second edition and just a lifelong passion for what she does. So congratulations, Kathy. All right, so now we are going to give away Deborah's second book. So this is Live Life and Wow, Wonder, Openness, and Wisdom. So let's shuffle for that.
Shuffling the names and we are spinning. Tammy.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh, Sammy is a powerhouse and Deborah is a powerhouse. So, oh my gosh, this is a perfect meeting of the minds. So I think that you'll really enjoy Deborah's book. We can't wait to get your info. Denise, if you can help us out with that, we'd love to send a copy.
Book, right?
Yes, that is for the Deborah's book.
And I would like to say that in that book, I'm in that book too. And you get to read my wild story working for Jane Fonda.
Excellent.
And it's really good.
Wow. Wow.
If those of you who win the prizes, if you can put what you won and your contact information in the chat to me, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Do we have another prize, Olivia? Or
We do. I'm going to bring Carla. I think you had emailed me that you want to give a prize. Did you want to come up and speak about that for a minute?
Sure, of course. So one of the things in terms of career optimization is that journey from being an employee to an entrepreneur. And one of the things is just focus on finance. So one of a person that I know, another mentor, is contributed Forbes.com. He has an ebook focused on self-directed IRAs. So I'm going to provide that to the winner.
Wow.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Carla, because yes, I mean, you work your career and you need to also have some long-term planning to go with that, right? Protecting your assets. So that's a valuable resource. So let's spin the wheel for Carla's offer.
Okay, I'm going to shuffle the names. We're going to spin the wheel. Danny.
That was so close. Yeah, so yay, Dan, congratulations. Yay. is also another fabulous meeting of the minds because Danny has an amazing career too. So I think you'll both get a lot of value meeting each other. So can't wait.
Awesome.
Awesome. So yay.
Congratulations, Danny.
All right. And then we've got another Amazon gift card.
Ooh.
So
All
this
right.
is going to go to a lucky
Shuffle.
recipient. I did see someone new just join our group.
Okay, let me sort it quickly. Who just came in? Can you please tell me if I got your name, if you dropped off, if you knew? Is everyone's names there? We do have more participants. I need to know whose name isn't here. It's not fair if your name is not on here.
Linda Marie Roy. Yes,
Okay.
Linda Marie.
Okay.
Welcome, Linda Marie. You're just in time.
Let me add your name quickly. Anyone else?
I think that's it. I think we're good to shuffle.
All righty. And I'm going to shuffle. Now we're going to spin for the $25 gift card. Ooh, ooh. Rose.
Go CG. Woohoo! Congratulations. So fabulous. Love it.
I need your information in the chat. When you want something, I need to know what you want, and I need your contact information, please.
Yes.
And with that, back to you.
And Irma's so magical that if you want $1 million, she could probably do that too.
Awesome. Love it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for all the authors for contributing their amazing prizes and offers. And again, this is another way to further the connection, right? So you not only do you get to read their chapter when you buy the second edition of the Cinderella Monologues, you get to have this follow with them, the angel consultation, you know, the analysis, SWOT analysis with Carla, and like learning about investing, and then the cookbook and all these amazing things. And we really do want to encourage you to really foster those relationships beyond this book launch and beyond you know, this meeting that we're having today. So thank you all for participating. All right. So we've got a couple more authors to go through. You know what? Kathy Montero, I'd love to bring you up here, please. You've got the fabulous hat on and an incredible story. You're the first chapter of our book, actually. And there's a reason why we did that. So Kathy, please come on.
This is her book, and she condensed it to a story in our book. I'm so amazed with what she went through. You will love the story. I cried.
And Kathy, just come off of mute.
Okay. I am very, very excited to be a part of the Cinderella Monologues Part 2. I do have just a very short blurb in there from the book that I wrote, My Love Affair with Buffalo Billy, which chronicles excuse me, I've got a cold here, which chronicles my efforts to rescue bison in Grass Valley, California. And my Cinderella story is actually pretty preposterous. I didn't have a shiny, sparkly glass slipper. I had cowboy boots spotted with manure and dirt. My knight in shining armor was a 1,000-pound, hairy, humpbacked wild beast named Billy. But nevertheless, it really was a Cinderella story of miracles, of dreams that came true, and it absolutely changed my life. I had always had a passion for bison, and when I came across 3 bison, which was Billy, his mate, and baby, who were living just 15 minutes away from me, I was so excited until I realized that they were sick, that they were living in just terrible, squalid conditions. It's totally emaciated. And there's a quote in my chapter from Martin Luther King that says, never, never be afraid to do what's right, especially if the well-being of a person or an animal is at stake. Society's punishments are small compared to the wounds that we inflict on our soul when we look the other way. There was no way that I could look the other way because I knew if I didn't step in to help them, I knew what the outcome was going to be for them. And here they are, our national mammal, to be treated like that. No animal should have been treated like that. What's more, a bison. So I decided to jump in with both feet and try and rescue them. I didn't have any experience raising bison, certainly no experience in rescuing sick ones. So I contacted a bison expert at the University of Saskatchewan in Canada, and he consulted with 3 local veterinarians here who basically had no experience with bison, and the veterinary school at UC Davis. And our goal was absolutely to try to save these bison and bring them back to health. At the time of my story, it was the lowest point in my life. It was like I was just losing everything. And one night I prayed for something big to happen to take me out of my circumstances. And what I should have done was explained what I meant by big, because God has a great sense of humor. And about a week later, I met 3 of the biggest land mammals in North America. And I thought that I was saving Billy, but actually, Billy saved me. So in honor of Billy, I formed a 501c3 nonprofit called Buffalo Billy's Bison Brotherhood. I love that name. And it's to advocate for the American bison and specifically targeting rescue. There is no other organization that does that. And bison are not cattle. They're wild animals. They're very intelligent. They can be very dangerous because of their size and those pointy horns. And bison don't do anything that they don't want to do. And so you have to let them believe that if you want them to do something, that it was their idea. It's kind of like brain chess. And what the Brotherhood is working on right now is getting building a 5,900 square foot lodge next to a bison refuge for our conservation herd to roam in the most natural way possible in today's world, and for people to come out and see them, experience them. Native Americans recognized for centuries the spiritual aspects of those animals. And if you spend any time with them, if you look into their eyes, they're just an amazing soul. And so we're very excited also in our plan to donate 7 days out of a month lodging for other nonprofits who target healing through nature and with animals. It's well known that programs for like wounded warriors, veterans with PSTD, abused children, that kind of thing. There's a lot of healing when they're exposed to working with animals in nature. So I want to thank you for reading my chapter and understanding bison a little bit better. I'd love for you to buy the book, also my own book, My Love Affair with Buffalo Billy. And if you are so inclined to support our efforts for our bison refuge, you can contact us at Buffalo Billy's Bison Brotherhood. Thank you so much. Billy thanks you, and so does his auntie.
Can you get a close-up on this? I want you to see her feeding the buffalo. Can you show your book, actually? Maggie, do you have your book with you?
Yeah.
You just show, look at her feeding the buffalo. That's her hand. And it's amazing. Anyway, you got to read the story. Okay, we got to move on, but that was great. Thank you, Kathy.
Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kathy. And Kathy has also generously donated one of her books to our launch today. So we'll be giving that as a prize on the next wheel of names. So stay tuned for that. And I just feel like there's so much that we take for granted. I mean, I have no idea about our national mammal and the protection and love that you have for rescuing bison. It's just so incredible. And, makes me curious to learn more and to read more. And
Good.
we all need to read each other's stories because there's so much that we don't know. Sometimes they're in our own little world bubble, and to be exposed and understand, different experiences is remarkable. So thank you, thank you. All right. So next up, we've got Rena Major. Rena.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lorena Major, or Rena, or Reen, which rhymes with my brother's name, Dean. And first of all, I'm so glad you're all here. Thanks so much for participating and taking your time to be with us. It means so much to me, and it means so much to all of us. So I am very proud to be chapter 3 in this book with a bunch of amazing women. And I almost didn't do this. When I was first asked to do this, I was a little bit turned off by the title, Cinderella Monologues, because you get so bombarded, the societal representation of the Cinderella story and all of that. And I got to thinking about the Amazon rendition from a couple years ago with the trailblazing Billy Porter as the fairy godmother. And then I did a little more research on the folktale and went, women overcoming adversity on their own terms. And then I bought the first edition, and I was stopped in my tracks by what these women shared and went through and had the courage to write about and get a little misty-eyed about it. But I said, wow, okay, I fit in with this bunch of amazing women, and I found that I fit in very well, find a new tribe, so to speak, with the group in the second edition. I'm very proud to be among you all and have learned from you all. I am a walking popular music historian and a popular music memoirist. As Olivia may have mentioned earlier in the call, I live my life through the lens of music. Music is what sets my world on fire. And I've spent my entire life literally learning the people, places, things, the legalities, how everything integrates with history and all of that. It's big, big, long story. But I chose to deal with adversity that I've gone through in my life. And my chapter is bookended by here's who I am as this person who loves music. It is my life, my joy, my everything. And then I talk about, I know what it feels like to go through all of these things, these adverse things, and I'm your ally and your support system. Come along with me and verbalize out loud if you need to, but I'm your ally and your support system. I know what it feels like to have all of these things happen to me. And then I bookend it on the other side with, okay, let's get back to the music, because all of these things have shaped the way that I use music to help people cope and live and heal and get through their lives. And my story is called Third Quarter, or I Know What It Feels Like, because a couple of years ago, I entered my third quarter of life by turning 50. And I think a lot about my father's mother. So I talk a lot about childhood abuse. Even though these things happened to me, I still have good memories of both of my parents. I'm going to explore that in my upcoming music geek memoirs. I have a whole series of stuff that's coming, and this has just opened the floodgates for me. The big thing for me has been able to take this stuff and put it out there and go forward. It is, we know these things shape us. They absolutely do define us. And I protested for the longest time, I don't want to let these things define me. Well, they do define me in a lot of ways. They make me who I am and have made me who I am, but I'm not going to let them defeat me. Instead, I'm going to choose to try to have better understanding as to why these things happen instead of getting upset about them and letting them block my forward progress. So this has been so, Danny has mentioned this about it being cathartic. Jackie, in your story, you talked about the forgiveness, and healing has been a theme for a lot of us. And if you look at any of the songs on the playlist I chose for my chapter, you'll see it, stuff that I chose for the book launch playlist. And so my paternal grandmother was named Rena. I am named for her. It's my understanding she was musical. Acute dementia contributed to her death. My mother passed from Alzheimer's. My father passed from a diabetes-related heart attack. I am on a mission to use music to help people cope, live, laugh, love, heal, everything. The people who create the soundtracks of our lives are people that are very important to me, and I want to uphold their legacies as creators, plus help people cope. And I want to work at the intersection of music and mental health, all kinds of stuff. And this isn't the last you've seen of me. And this whole experience has been me taking this trauma and adversity and hardship and going like this and just putting it out there and saying, I don't need to worry about this anymore because it's not going to hold me back. I'm going to go forward and help people with music for the rest of my life. And this has been my path forward. So I thank you all so very much.
Beautiful, Rena. Thank you. And please share the prize that you'll be offering for the wheel.
Great.
That's
Oh yeah,
incredible.
I am offering a custom playlist experience in whatever platform you like. I know not everybody has Spotify or some other kind of paid platform, and so I'll make it on YouTube if you'd like, something that you can access without, just with an internet connection without paying additional money. So have you made a book or a painting or some other creative work and you need a soundtrack for it? Are you going through something in your life? No matter what it is, no judgment here. Whatever information you might be willing to share with me, I'll take that and make you a playlist. For example, have you recently lost your job and going through everything that you go through with when that happens? And I'm pretty sure every single person on this call probably knows what that's like, whether it happened to you or someone adjacent to you. Do you want to have something soothing and quiet, like some of the songs I put on the playlist, the Karen Wheeler song, Don't Quit, or the Garrison Starr song, Better Day Comin', softer and more inspirational to kind of help you calm down? Or do you want a Rage Against the Machine song because you need to yell and scream at the system that did this to you? Or do you need a combination of those things and you need it to segue from the anger to the calm and the peace? Tell me what you need and I'll make you a playlist for whatever it is you need a playlist for, and I'll make it for you. I'll make a musical experience from Rena the Rock History Gal to you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. But that's such a unique offering, especially to give to us contributors too,
I'm also planning to make one just for the chapter or just for the book, for the edition. Like the book launch playlist I made was me thinking about what I know about the women already, and it's just so spooky how some of my choices were so spot on. Now that I'm halfway through the second one, it's just amazing. Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but this is what I do. I help through music. I live life through music. It's my world. So thank you all again so much.
And Lorena lives near LA or in LA, and I'm going down to pitch some of my my books to Amazon and Netflix and all these big wigs. And I'm hoping you'll be free. At least I'm doing 3 table reads with actors coming in to read my stuff. I'm hoping you'll be free to come to one or more of those.
I plan to rearrange my work schedule, take a half day off, take a whole day off if I need to, whatever. Yeah, I have some flexibility.
They're going to feed us. They're going to give us food, and you get to come and meet people. And I get to go to one little party at the top of a building with all the executives there, and I can invite one person. Marina, I'll invite you because I paid for 2 people to go.
I would love to support you. I'll make it happen, and then for next year I can maybe also participate and maybe get some of these other folks too if they're interested, because I know it takes time, effort, money, so on and so forth. I live here, so it's easy for me to take an Uber downtown. Yeah.
Anyone I can invite 15 people. I need some people to come to my table read. So you might want to bring a couple people too.
I can make that happen. Yeah. Thank you, Mila.
That's exciting, you guys. This could happen for a lot of you. They're doing this monster pitch in Los Angeles. Somehow I got on the list. I think I took all these script writing classes. Now I teach them screenplays. And oh my gosh, they invited me, and it was like, for $300 the whole time I'm staying at the Marriott downtown, $700 a night, and I got to pay like $25 a pitch, and they invited me to these parties. So it's like for no money at all, I'm doing this amazing trip to LA, and I'm going to especially pitch this book, From Cowgirl to Congress. It would make a great movie or series. So I'm hoping Netflix, somebody picks it up. Wish me luck. Oh, it's like January.
Another really important thing before we move on about helping other people with music, another thing that I've been so stuck with in my life is when you have a different belief system from somebody else, that you're at this impasse. And one of the things I really, really want to work on going forward is using music specifically, but just our relationships with each other as we can there are ways that we can coexist happily as people on this planet when we have different belief systems. That's another thing that's really, really important to me. And music is so critical to that. So thanks.
Yeah, music changes the world.
Love it. Thank you, Rena, so much. And thank you, Mila. I mean, this is so exciting. I mean, Cinderella will get to go to Hollywood.
Yeah, there's an article that just came out. I'll put it. I'll try to put it in chat. An article just came out about me, and we titled it "Cinderella Goes to Hollywood." So I'll get it. I'll go get it and put it up in chat. Cool.
Well, between Rena and Sammy with her Grapevine TV experience, I think we can definitely get it. So fantastic. Awesome. You know, we're an hour and a half in, and I just see so many of you are still here. So that is incredible. We are just so thankful for your support, showing up on a Saturday morning or afternoon. And our authors really do appreciate it. And hopefully that you're getting just a little taste of what these stories are like, and you're getting your copy today and help us to become bestseller on Amazon. So really love that you all are here, still here, and still more authors to shine through. Next up, we've got Gail. So Gail, come on down.
Gail, I've known Gail for so long. We started in the herbology class together about 15 years ago, and she put the most amazing section in the recipes from the Garden Goddesses about aromatherapy and how it saved her from fibromyalgia. I can't sing her praises enough.
Well, thank you, Olivia and Mila, and hello, everyone. I'm just so delighted to be here. I've been following, I put a post on Facebook this morning, and I have to tell you, my story has been rather unique in that 20 years ago, I was in the hospital for a broken ankle. My IV quit working, and my body was flooded with morphine. And the person that saved my life, the person that came in to visit me, saw that I wasn't breathing. My skin was blue. I was completely unresponsive. She alerted the nurses and brought me back to life. And she just posted on my Facebook post this morning. I haven't heard from her in probably 10 years because she's moved out of state. So yes, the angels are watching. It's been, I will say, a traumatic 20 years. I had my own little Cinderella story going on. I met my prince in college. Jeff and I have been married for 38 years. Honestly, I would not still be here if it were not for his love and support. He has just been my absolute rock through this. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia a couple of years after my incident with the morphine overdose that no one in the medical community would ever talk about or write about because of their liability factors. And 20 years ago, people didn't know what fibromyalgia was in terms of the signs, the symptoms, piecing things together. What are the signs and symptoms? Huge amounts of pain, brain fog, chronic fatigue. I'm happy to say that my story encompasses not only what I've been through that were tragedies, but the triumphs. And my message to everyone is always look for that silver lining, because that's where you find those moments that get you through some of the hardest times of your life. If you can find one small moment. And I did that during the campfire in Paradise. My husband and I met at Chico State. I knew a lot of people from Paradise and the horrific campfire that happened. And I started finding stories about what happened to people up there, looking for those moments and posting those on Facebook so that people would know that, yes, a baby was born during that time and survived. A woman was reunited with her horse. And looking for those moments in my own life, I talked with Mila about those, and she was just so excited to hear about things in my life. I would go up to my garden and I would literally fall asleep in between the rows of sunflowers because I didn't have the energy to get back to my house. But I didn't care because for me, it was nurturing. I'm a gardener. I love things that grow. And it was really one of the things that I feel helped me was being able to connect with the earth physically, literally physically, and get my hands into that dirt. One of the beautiful things that happened to me through this journey of mine is I became a psychic. I was so surprised. I see colors in people, not the aura that a lot of people talk about, but when I look at a person, I will see things that are signs and symbols that I can relate to. So I do psychic readings now. And for instance, I may see a flower of some sort in someone. It might be a daffodil, and I'll look at what the colors mean to them and be able to talk with them about things they may not have shared. And I put part of that into my chapter. And it was hard to keep the chapters small because when you start looking for all these pieces of silver linings in your life, you put together a whole life. And it's not that the moments that are hard don't count, but I don't want to dwell on those. What I want to remember is I want to remember all the good stuff that happens. And I want to share that with you. But I also feel that in order for that good stuff to be truly unique and worth remembering, is you have to know the darkness that you come from. For instance, we wouldn't appreciate the full moon if it wasn't completely dark at other times. We wouldn't appreciate the daytime if we didn't have the night. So it's in looking at those types of positivity that I think the Cinderella monologues is generated from, and looking for that inspiration. What is it that takes you to that next level? Or maybe that next minute, if that's where you're at in your life. And I think that's what this book brings. And I'm so grateful to Mila for encouraging me to write this. And I really appreciate it. And I too, this is my second published book. This was a dream when I was a little girl, was to be a published author. But as time goes on, life happens and I let go of that dream. And Mila and I met, as she said, about 15 years ago. And it was aromatherapy and herbal studies. And she said, Gail, I'm doing this anthology. This was last year. I would love for you to be a part of it. And I said, I'd obviously I'd love to. What is it? She goes, it's a cookbook. And I said, great. But the problem is I don't cook. And she laughed. And I'm actually in the book. I have a copy of it here. Let's see. I don't think I can make it into the picture, but it's the Garden Goddess book. And so I've gotten to know Susan and some of the other authors. And I put in aromatherapy recipes because the aromatherapy is what has helped me overcome so many of the symptoms of the fibromyalgia. I've studied it thoroughly. And with the Garden Goddesses, the natural healing abilities of the aromatherapy, it just helped me get off so many medications and made a difference in my life. So I've been able to now include that in both the Garden Goddesses book and in the Cinderella monologues. And so my message today, if I have one, is don't give up. Try everything. Just, use your common sense. But if there's anything that you can find a silver lining in, grab it, because it's worth giving it a shot. You don't want to live with regrets. So thank you.
Yes.
That is a beautiful message. Yes.
You guys, I'm so impressed with her because she would crawl to the garden, then she'd read a little bit, and then she'd have to fall asleep before she could crawl back to her house. So don't let anything stop you.
Exactly. And in an early conversation, Gail would say, turn that phrase impossible to I'm possible. And I just love that so much. And you're just bringing that to the forefront. Love it, Gail. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we are going strong. We've got another author to feature. She's been behind the scenes a little bit today, but Irma, it's your time to shine. So please share with us a little bit about your chapter.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, I am Irma Goosen. I am your Wheel of Names operator today. So I will make sure that you are not cheated out of any prizes. That is my job today.
Wow.
I am in chapter 8, and I was begged and prodded and pushed and shoved because I didn't participate in the first Cinderella book. And Mila and Olivia said, you need to do this. We want you to do this. So I wrote about my journey from when I immigrated twice, what it took, and to be here in Canada now. So going from South Africa to the US and then in Canada. And my title of my book is One Dream, Two Suitcases, and no, Two Countries and Three Suitcases. No, the other way around, 3 countries, you know what I mean. I am just busy here in the background. So anyway, and it's really about my story, but also I, along the way, started working with youth. I started working with immigrants. I am an immigrant success advocate. I had the opportunity to deliver a TEDx talk in July. Along with my friend here, Jackie Bailey, we were both on the same stage. It was an absolute fantastic experience. And that is where I could talk about my experience as an immigrant and what happened and how important it is for us to be immigrants. And then my chapter is all about how I found Toastmasters. I became a leader in Toastmasters because it's a phenomenal organization, nonprofit organization, and how I have been engaged in, I've published other books, I'm speaking on stages, all about educating people about how immigrants are important to the countries they are in, because at the end of the day, most of us are immigrants, or our families were immigrants in the countries we are living in today. And that is my short and sweet story. So if you want to know more, and if I can implore you, go to YouTube, watch my TEDx talk, because apparently it's all about the views. So please watch it, please comment on it, but be kind, be gentle. I am sensitive. And then share it, that we can spread the word, how important it is to be aware and to know that immigrants all over the world, legal immigrants, are important to the future of the countries. I don't know if you realize that, but there are fewer babies, older people, and just because I have these colors, I refuse to call myself that O word. I am experienced, if you want to know. So with that, I'm going to give it back to you, Olivia, and I am ready. When can we spin the wheel again?
I think your gray looks like you had it done professionally. It really looks fantastic. And you don't, because your face is so youthful, so that, but that just looks like you had somebody go in there and do a little color job to me.
Oh, of course, it's highlights. It's not real, it's fake.
Oh, so that's so great. And she's so important. Something you don't know about me is that I am a big time organic farmer. And that's how we've actually made our money on our ranch. And the thing is that, and these are my mandarins right here that we're picking right now. We're in harvest, and there are no pickers left. All the time, immigrants have come to the country. We had the Irish, and we had, the Australians, and we had all kinds of people. Of course, we had, a terrible history with slavery, but right now it's the people from Mexico, and they're getting better jobs working in hotels and construction. We can hardly get anyone to pick our fruit, and we will probably have to sell our ranch, and that is a problem for almost everyone in California with the breadbasket of the world. So I want you to realize how important immigrants are to our country. I could almost cry. We just don't have anybody to pick. We used to have half Caucasian, half people from Mexico. Now it's all people from Mexico. And they can do the work of 2 people each. They're the best. I don't want to work with Caucasians ever again on the ranch. I only want to work with people from Mexico because they know more than me and they bring a better tool. So I just want to really reiterate that because of what Irma's talking about immigration.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And it's so amazing that we have two TEDx speakers in our book, Second edition of Cinderella Monologues. It really just elevates our, amazing gifts and talents featured by each of the women. And we have another guest that just joined Zoom, Margarita. So Margarita's here, and Margarita is one of the TEDx speakers too from TEDx Taft Avenue from this summer. So thank you so much for joining and us today.
Thank you so much. I'll be off the camera, but I'm with you the whole time.
Yay! And don't forget to buy the book. So,
Margarita
yeah.
is my good friend, and I stayed with her in San Diego when we had to do our TEDx talks. And if I can tell a quick story, the night before the event, Margarita and I were sitting by the hot tub and we were practicing our speeches. And I got a brain fart. I couldn't even remember my first word of my speech. And Margarita looked at me and said, let's go inside. Let's go have chocolate and wine or whatever. So we went back inside and I was totally blank. But you know what? Slept through the night on our way to the event, to the venue. We practiced our speeches and she looked at me, it's like, you remembered everything. You are flawless. And I was, oh yeah, I've got this. I've got this. So it was an amazing, amazing moment to step on that red carpet and to have two of my co-speakers here today. You guys, you are so awesome to have three TEDx speakers today with your group. Just think, bow to us now. It is time to do so because we rocked that stage. And I'm done.
Well, not quite, because one of your prizes is TEDx coaching. You want to talk a little bit about that? Because that's coming up on the wheel.
Yes, so I have been working with some folks and I'm also working with teenagers here actually in Alberta. There's one teen who asked me to start coaching them, and I will be helping you just pinpoint your idea so you have about 30 minutes, right? That's what we discussed. We have 30 minutes with me and we can get your idea. And if you wanted to go further and you wanted me to help you to prepare your speech, we can talk. But I am here to help you. If ever you wanted to do a TED Talk, if ever you wanted to step on that red carpet, I promise you, it is the most amazing feeling to look over the audience and realize that for that moment in time, your message could find the heart of someone who needs that the most. That is what a TEDx talk is all about, is that message to heal someone, to help someone, to just make them feel that they're not alone. And that is the absolute best feeling ever.
Fabulous. Thank you, Irma. Love it. Love it. And I just want to say, many of you who are published authors can use your books, can use your chapters as a flag for speaking. And that's what Mila encourages us all the time. Again, we're extending the life of your story through speaking. And even if it's just getting on a podcast and talking about your chapter and taking it further, right? Or getting on stage. And there's a couple of different programs you can get involved in. Toastmasters is one, Blue Talks, TEDx, all these amazing, incredible opportunities for you to go and share your story further. And so this coaching with Irma is going to be so valuable because how do we take your life experience and your chapter and distill it into the format that they want for this big idea, right? And so I think you'll find a lot of value just understanding that. And so thank you for that generous offer. And we are almost at the end of time. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, it's been so much fun to be here with all of you, to hear all your stories and just to have your participation. I would like to share what my chapter is about. And so my name is Olivia, and I've been a longtime collaborator with Irma and Mila, and just incredible. I call them my friend-tours. So if you read my chapter, I have this term called friend-tours, which is a combination of friends and mentors. So they are there for me, to coach me, to guide me, but they're also there to just be a friend and let me be by myself or just be myself. I should say. They don't let me be by myself too often. If they feel that I've gone too quiet, they reach out immediately and say, "What's wrong with you?" But I really love that, they saw me through a really tough summer. I had this career that I talk about in my chapter about, stumbling into recruiting and staffing and, being good at it, but I really wasn't fulfilled in it. And it wasn't until the pandemic happened that I met this incredible community online and I have friends all over now from Canada and US and Europe and Australia. And it's just really incredible, but it can also be really daunting. And I was craving social interactions and it led me to, go back to exploring some other possible career choices. And it was really just being that time away and developing and working on myself, finding different programs and coaches to help me come to my own terms, right? Living life on my own terms and deciding what I wanted out of a career and to show up myself fully and, working on my personal brand too with the heart glasses. You see me, these heart glasses. I have a whole collection of them, all different colors and shapes and sizes that I wear for almost every event and occasion. And it's really become my identifier and who I'm known by. And it excites me. And people are just immediately drawn to me, which I love. I get to win others over. It's a top Clifton strength of mine. And I also get to bring this personality into everything that I do. And it's been incredible, just to have that acceptance and to go for it. And I have this butterfly headband because as you can see from the cover, the butterfly and what it represents for transformation is really an apparent theme. And so I found this and I just love wearing it today. So I'm here and I, created, my whole new business around publishing and live streaming. That's what I really love to do, right? So I love being part of these book collaborations and I love being able to do these live stream launches and bringing that media attention to promoting all of you authors and your work. And to kind of balance that, I was fortunate enough to here in Jacksonville, Florida, find a women's writing circle. So I get to do it in person as well. And I absolutely love my writing circle and the facilitator. And one of the things that I would love to offer is this anthology. It just came out. It's called A River Rising. And this is the 5th volume. And this features the artwork and stories of so many of our women writers here in Jacksonville. So this is an extra copy that I have, and I love to offer this on the Wheel Prize, and I'd love to send you and let you know what we're all doing here in Jacksonville, Women's Writing Circles. And in closing, I also would like to read a poem, and I think it's so cool because when we talk about Cinderella and the story that were maybe passed down to us and that we heard over and over again, and through the Cinderella monologues now, we have the chance to reimagine a different story. We get to step into Cinderella's shoes and, change it and come to terms of how we identify or not identify with her and challenge those concepts. And I think that's so cool that what we're able to do, because again, we take so many things for granted and being able to challenge some convention, I feel is always a much needed thing and a good thing. So I like now to read a poem. It's a very short poem, and my authors will have had this experience because they've done some writing workshops with me, but I like to read a poem, and then there's a phrase of the poem, and I'm going to go around in closing just to ask all of you to fill in this blank, okay? But listen to the poem first and see what you think. It's called The World I Live In by Mary Oliver. I have refused to live locked in the orderly house of reasons and proofs. The world I live in and believe in is wider than that. And anyway, what's wrong with maybe? You wouldn't believe what once or twice I have seen. I'll just tell you this. Only if there are angels in your head will you ever possibly see one. And I love this poem because it just really sums up the experience I feel that we've all been collectively given for this anthology. And I want to have that sink in for you for just a moment. And the sentence I want you to fill in the blank is, I'll just tell you this. So we'll go around the room, authors and audience included, if you're on camera. I want you to complete, I'll just tell you this. So let me go back to the spotlight. And Irma, let's start with you.
I'm with the angels in my head. I don't remember anything else.
Complete the sentence. I'll just tell you this.
I'll spin the wheel. Can I do that?
Sure. I'll just tell you this. I'll spin the wheel. All right, Gail.
I'll just tell you this. You are here for a reason. And it's going to make yourself so happy when you figure out what that is.
Danny. I'll just tell you this.
I'll just tell you this. I don't know what is at the end of the journey, but it's wonderful that we get to enjoy it along the way.
Vivir, Israel.
Unmute myself. I'll just tell you this. Life is a treasure. Don't waste a moment and share it with everyone you can.
Anne Allen.
I'll just tell you this. It's a new time and a new way.
Jackie.
I'll just tell you this. This journey that you've taken is just the first step in sharing your story and inspiring all around you who read it and who know you to be better and to do better and to find a way to live life with a more forgiving heart.
Marcia.
Unmute, Marcia.
I'll just tell you this.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to say that I'm just so intrigued by everybody on here today, and I'm just gathering that the whole message sums up as be kind and live our lives to help others, women, men, doesn't matter what gender it is, to be overcomers and to implement the part about being overcoming adversity in our lives. And I think we all will be on a path to much victory.
Love it. Thank you, Marcia. Irma. I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'll just tell you this.
I will just tell you this. If we could educate the world about the importance of legal immigrants and what it means to our countries, then our future leaders, our youth, would have a brighter path showing for them.
Thank you, Irma. Abraham.
Thank you. I'll just tell you this. There are people who are waiting to dance to that music. And you only you have the script to it.
Beautiful.
So don't wait.
Thank you. Rena.
I'll just tell you this. You are going to be seeing and hearing a whole lot more from me as I go through my third quarter and beyond, helping people live their lives with music.
Beautiful. Kathy. Unmute, Kathy.
Let me tell you this, find your passion and have hope and faith, and miracles will happen.
Thank you. Christy. Unmute, Christy.
Okay. 1 second. I'll just tell you this. It's not easy to feel different, especially when you are young, but don't give up. because when you are your authentic self, you will find your people and they will love you.
Carla.
I'm going to say, bring your whole self to the party. There's room for everyone, just in the spirit of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Love it. Deborah.
I'll just say this. When you consciously begin to look for the wow, for the wonder, the openness, and the wisdom in every situation, the good, the bad, and the ugly, life just gets better and better, and you meet wonderful people like are on this call today and who I've been blessed to share the stage with many times. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Annie.
I'll just tell you this. What my angels tell me is gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder.
Happiness doubled by wonder. Love that. James.
I'll just tell you this. Don't be afraid to be yourself.
Amen to that. Sally. Oh, we can't hear you. We can come back. Shanti. Gotta unmute Shanti. Oh.
Is my picture up there?
Yes, it is.
I don't see it. Okay. I'll just tell you this, that in my life, the older I've gotten, the better life has been. And I'm looking forward to the future. And I will tell you too, I'm totally inspired by each and every one of you. And I loved hearing your stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Shanti. Sally. No? Maybe you can put in the chat, Sally. Put in the chat for us. We'll read it. Linda.
I'll just tell you this. It's time to enlist some help from your angels. It's time to have your angel awakening.
Beautiful. Thank you, Linda. Angel awakening. Linda Marie.
I want to tell you that your inner world and your story affects all of us. And I'm so grateful for every author in this book. Thank you.
Thank you. Margarita?
I will tell you this. When all the people will start practicing self-connection and positivity, the light will overcome the darkness in no time.
Beautiful. All right, and we got a couple of people not on camera, but I'll call on you if you like. Dean? Barry Atkins. Oh, Dean, go ahead.
I'll tell you this, never lose your sense of wonder. And as I was thinking about saying that, I had to look it up because I realized to me, it's like right up the Rena's topic, right? It's already been said better in a song, but never lose your sense of wonder.
I love that, Dean. Thank you. Barry Atkin. And you can unmute. You okay?
I'm Barry.
All right. Complete the sentence. I'll just tell you this.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Do you want to complete the sentence? I'll just tell you this.
I'm very happy it's December.
Thank you. Susan.
Hi there. I'm having a hard time coming up with a new version. Everything that everyone said was so good when I was thinking. So
I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Sally put in the chat here. Let's read it out loud for Sally. I'll just tell you this. You're worth it. Thank you, Sally. Maria Allison. Joyce. Rose. How about Mark Anthony?
I have one. This is Rose.
Oh, Rose, yes, please share.
I had to find the click. First of all, I'd like to thank Linda Berry for inviting me. So I'm here to support her and the rest of you. And here's mine. I'll just tell you this. A journey worth dreaming is a journey worth living in faith and sharing to inspire others to get through life's bumpy roads.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And Mark Anthony. And Mark, you're off mute. Would you like to share? All right. And Susan, have you thought of something yet? No? You can always put in the chat. Okay. So the reason why I ask all of you for that complete this, phrase is I'd like to maybe listen to this recording later, and I encourage you that you can watch this all live later if you follow us on Facebook under the Cinderella Monologues. You can join the group Cinderella Monologues, Meet the Authors, and then also Mila's book, Write Your Short Book Today, that group as well. So you can watch the replay of all this live. And I will definitely, for sure, because I want to capture everyone's words at the end and put them all in a collective poem of sorts. So I'll be publishing that very soon. So thank you all very, very much. And in closing, because we're just right at time, we're going to do our last spin the wheel. So we've got some amazing prizes. We still have the second Linda's Angel Consultation. We have Susan's Love Shack. We have Kathy's books, My Love Affair with Buffalo Billy. We have Rena's Custom Playlist Experience. And we've got 30 minutes of coaching with Irma. And of course, my anthology here from the Women's Writing Circle in Jacksonville. So stick around because we're going to do all these prizes right now. So Irma, let's show the wheel.
While she's putting the wheel together, I want to sing Olivia's praises. She and I have worked together for 2 years now, and I love everything about her, and I want to do more with Olivia. She's so organized, and any of you who are going to be doing book launches, just get Olivia on board with you, and I'll come there and help too. And then, and if you want to work with me, go to milajohansson.com, and I have all kinds of programs to help you get your books ready and going. And I'm just so excited you all came today. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I especially want to thank the contributors who have all been stellar, and the stories are so inspiring and encouraging and entertaining, by the way. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. It's such a joy, to find my true passion. This is my outward expression of my passion. I'm borrowing that from Carla, and it just makes me happy to help women, especially to share their voices with the world. All right. So Irma, do you have that wheel ready for us?
I am going to get it ready. I will ask everyone to once again make sure if you haven't won a prize that your name is still on the list. If I missed anyone, please let me know. And I wanted to thank you, Mila and Olivia, for being my mentors. And I have two very good friends here as well. Sally, thank you. And also Margarita, thank you for supporting me and for being here. And once again, don't forget, go watch my TED Talk. And I will give you a prize. Here we go. All right. I am going to move through it once again. Tell me if your name doesn't show up. That's who, everyone okay? All right. I'm going to shuffle it. The first prize, what are we going to make the first prize, Olivia?
Is the Angel Consultation with Linda, valued at $250. And so this is the second one that she's doing for the day. So let's shuffle that wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. There we go. Shanti.
Woo! Shanti.
Who won that?
Shanti Emerson.
Who won that? Shanti? Oh, okay. She talked. I needed to let the two people that won my consultations to have them go and take the Angel Whisperer quiz on my website before we do the consultation. And the website is spiritualdiscovery.net. Spiritualdiscovery.net. The other winner was Anderson. Is that what you said? Anderson, I think I got. Okay, thanks so much. And anyone can go and take that quiz, but I need that taken by the two winners before we have our consultation. Thanks.
It was Pat Anderson. So Pat Anderson won the first consultation. So we'll make sure to give those instructions to Pat as well. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Linda.
And if you could put it in the chat, maybe if someone else wanted just to go do the quiz. Olivia, did you get that?
Yes. So Mila,
Yeah, it's spiritualdiscovery.net. Spiritualdiscovery.net. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
So the next prize is Kathy's book. So Kathy wrote her own book, My Love Affair with Buffalo Billy.
Yes.
And we've got 4 of these to give away today. So let's do the first one.
We're gonna shuffle the names, and here we go.
Amazing book, everybody. Amazing book. Amazing.
Linda Marie Roy.
Fabulous. So please message us your contact details, Linda Marie. We'll be sure to get in touch with you.
Yes, please send it to me.
All right. The next prize is going to be
we have 4 of those, right? Shall
we're going to spread it out.
Okay.
We're going to spread it out. Okay. So next up, Rena. Rena, as you just heard from, she's got a heart for music. I just love that so much. And she is offering a custom playlist experience. So for whatever you're going through, she'd love to speak with you and give you a playlist of your own. So let's spin for that.
All right, I'm going to shuffle again. I'm going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everyone. Jackie.
Wow, that's so cool.
Jackie will love it. She makes beautiful scenery videos for us in another group that inspire.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yay. So Jackie,
that's amazing. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful gift there. And let's do another Kathy's book.
All right. I shuffled and let's spin. Looks like Nancy.
Nancy Villatoro, is she still here?
Hey, Nancy. I love working with Nancy.
Yay, Nancy. Okay, Nancy.
And I have her email if you guys need it too. So.
Okay, perfect. All right, so congratulations, Nancy. All right, next up, we've got the 30 Minutes with Irma.
Yeah.
Big idea coaching.
Shuffle. And here we go.
It's good when we have a lot of prizes.
Ooh.
Wow, Susan! Yay! Oh, that's fabulous. Susan, you're going to love Irma. Yay!
And I think that's Susan Govia, right?
Yeah, Susan Nelson Govia. Yes.
All right. I will give you my email address. Susan, actually give me all your information in the chat, please. And then
yes, so congratulations, Susan. Garden Goddess.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's gonna be amazing. Yeah, we'll see you on the TEDx stage very soon. Yay!
Okay, what's our next prize?
The next prize is another Buffalo book.
Ooh. All right. Let's shuffle. Here we go.
Yay, James! Woohoo! Fantastic. Congratulations, James. James left and came back, and so congratulations. Cool, cool.
All right.
All right. And then we're going to do an Amazon gift card from from Mila. Another $25 Amazon gift card from Mila.
Yay.
Okay.
$50 one in another group.
Ooh, okay, shuffle. Let's go for it.
Marsha! Woohoo!
Wow.
You're a winner.
Yay, Marsha.
That's awesome.
Yay!
Way to go, Marsha.
Awesome. Wow. I knew I was supposed to be on here today.
That's right. And you stayed the entire time. Woohoo!
Yes.
I did. I did.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Marsha.
All right.
All right. Next up is the River Rising from Jacksonville's Women's Writing Circle.
But I've had a beautiful time. This is awesome. Thank you.
Yay, Ann Allen. Perfect. Excellent. I am so looking forward to sending you this anthology.
Right. And the next one.
Somebody else.
All right. The next prize is going to be another Buffalo Billy book.
Okay. The names, and here we go.
You're laughing? Okay. Congratulations. Woo! All right. We got 2 prizes left. So next up is going to be Susan's Love Shack. Oh my gosh. So this is her.
Oh, that's a big one. Wow.
That's a big one. This is the grand prize. This is the Love Shack one. So fingers crossed for everyone. Let's spin that wheel.
All right, here we go.
And then you can meet me too when you come this close, because we're in the same city.
Dean.
Dean.
Wow, Dean. Congratulations.
Dean. Congratulations.
All right.
Thank you.
Woohoo. And Dean, are you in the California area?
No. I'm in Maryland.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll have to get together with Susan and just figure out if the offer, hopefully it doesn't expire. So it's whenever you can come out there.
Well, I do have close family in the California area that, if you don't have a problem them taking advantage of it.
Yeah, Susan, is that okay? Gives it away, maybe.
Okay, awesome. Well, yeah, we'll make sure that you connect with Susan and work out those details. So thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you for staying.
All right. One more prize.
And one more prize. Oh, so Anne message, she doesn't know what she wants. So Anne, I will be sending you a copy of this anthology, A River Rising, from Jacksonville Women's Circle. So
remember, everyone, when you want something, put your information in private message to me. I have a list. I've got everyone's information that we will work with, and you make sure you receive your gift. So please message me.
Yes. So before we leave and end the Zoom, save the chat, and then I'll also do a recap of everyone's names that I have here too. So we'll make sure we cross-check that. So so stick around. So don't go away too soon. All right. And we've got one last gift card from Mila. And so that will help us.
Oh no, we have another one after that. Deborah said she had another one for us.
Deborah had 2 books, right?
No, her, yeah.
We have the 2 books for Deborah.
Do we?
One is Vivir Israel and the other is Sammy Tarano.
The Live Life in Wow.
Yep, Live Life in Wow books. Yep, we did the 2. Yep. Thank you, Irma. All right.
I just have one though.
I want to give away one of these.
Okay. Cowgirl to Congress. All right. So
Neil,
let's
whoever.
for
Okay,
Cowgirl to
Mila.
Congress and the gift card.
And the gift card.
Okay, I got probably like a few more minutes more. Okay, just a few more minutes.
Okay.
All right. So, oh, we have another person entering the room.
Ooh.
Kathy Nicola. That's go ahead and spin the wheel anyway, Irma.
So I had some questions. The names that are not on the wheel anymore, it's because you've already won a prize. So
Correct.
your name would automatically go off the wheel to give others the opportunity to at least be able to win a prize, one prize. And that's why you wouldn't see your name anymore on the list. And who just came into the room?
We had one person, but we want to reward the people that stayed here the entire time. So let's do that. So maybe,
yeah.
So let's go ahead and spin for Mila's book, From Cowgirl to Congress, the inspiration
There we
behind
go.
Justin Ava Butler.
Oh,
I already have the book. You got to spin again.
Keep her on the wheel for the next one.
I will add her again.
Linda. Awesome. Congratulations, Linda. All right. And now we're ready for the last prize of the day, which is the Amazon gift card.
Okay.
Darlene Farwell. Congratulations, Darlene. Awesome. So that concludes our Wheel of Names for today. We had a lot of names to go through and a lot of prizes. So thank you all for your patience. And it's been incredible. Linda, did you have a question too?
Yes, was I the one that won that book for Mila? Was it me? Because I know there's another Linda on there. Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Linda Barry.
If you don't have it yet, I'll send you one.
I think I got the ebook, but I'm looking forward to having the printed book, Mila. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for donating that for a gift.
I'm giving it to you because you've done so much for me. I'll send one to Linda Berry too. Okay, got it. There's two Linda Berries. Linda Berry slides.
Oh no, that is Linda.
Oh, Linda, you did win it. Okay, so I don't have to send two. Okay, got it.
I think we just because she had slides earlier, so that's why we had the name Linda Berry Slides.
Okay, great.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to all of our fabulous Wheel of Name winners, and congratulations to all of our Cinderella authors. And please, if you haven't received your copy yet, please order a copy today on Amazon. The link is live. We've been posting in the chat. I'll post it here one more time for you. And just to recap, just so that we have all the winners' names. So the first was the Christy's book. So Christy, your amazing book is going to go to Rena.
Mm-hmm.
And then Deborah's Live Life and Wow is going to go to Vivir Israel. The first angel consultation with Linda is Pat Anderson. Mm-hmm. And again, please go to spiritualdiscovery.net. Take your assessment before you do that consultation. And then Mark Anthony Masters won the first gift card, Amazon gift card from Mila. So Mark Anthony Masters. And then Susan's book, Recipes from the Garden Goddesses. So that is going to go to Kathy Monteiro, Billy's auntie. Then Deborah's book, Live Life and Wow, is going to Sammy Toronto. And then Carla has a finance book going to Danny. She's the previous Cinderella that we have here. Amazon gift card going to Rose CG. So thank you, Rose, for being here and congratulations. Then we've got the second angel consultation going to Shanti. Shanti, welcome. Congratulations to you. And then the Rena's custom playlist experience going to Jackie Bailey. So I'm so excited for that. Can't wait to see what comes of that. And then My Love Affair with Buffalo Billy, going to Linda Marie Roy, Nancy Villatoro, James Rickard, and Doris Latin. So congratulations to all of you, and please enjoy the book. And please consider supporting Kathy and her mission, a nonprofit. The 30 minutes coaching on your big idea going to Susan Nelson, and that's with Irma. And then the Love Shack experience offered generously from Susan goes to Dean. And we have Marcia Ann Thomas and Darlene Farwell receiving the gift cards, Amazon gift cards from Mila. Congratulations. Linda Berry, you get the hardcover copy of Cowgirl to Congress from Mila. And then Ann Allen, congratulations. You'll be getting the River Rising anthology. So congratulations to everyone. And thank you all so much for supporting authors today. Thank you for being on this launch today and participating. We love you all so, so very much. And happy holidays to all. And remember to save your chat. Remember to share this live stream too with anyone else that you want to introduce to the Cinderella Monologues. And please support us by just sharing and commenting and liking and buying the book. Thank you all very, very much. Remember to save your chat.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And this ends our live stream. Congratulations, authors. We're going to get to number one Amazon bestseller. Here we come.
Well, at least by the ebook. We can't promise the paperback, but we're working on it.
All right, I'm going to